Alright, game 3. Let's get it going.
Welcome to
Summoner
Summoner's
Kai'Sa?
Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have
Runs to
spawned.
lane. So you're against Varus Janna. It's a Thresh Kai'Sa. Whoa. That trade was awkward. So here, you're split up from your Thresh. In a lane like this, just like the Lux game and just like the Lux Caitlyn game, Thresh could be here, and you should be with your Thresh. And if you have that control, Janna gets hooked or flayed and dies. Because she used her tornado. And you have some minions here. Right? She gets hooked or flayed and dies. Because Varus only has E. He doesn't have his passive yet. So his E does like no damage. His autos don't do damage. Because he's Hail of Blades Lethality Varus with no items yet. So what you should be doing is, boom, Thresh comes here, you come here, Q this, so that these melees die, these melees move up, your casters move up, Thresh lands a hook on the Janna. These casters are now up here. And hook, dead. But instead, you just have this really passive opening, where you eat the tornado, you're far away from your Thresh so he can't do anything. And Bocchi's gonna auto you, and Thresh can't do anything. You try to trade back into casters, but you're already eating caster damage from hitting the Janna. Get the Aftershock shield, I guess, but that's a waste of the Aftershock shield. That Aftershock shield should have been here, where he gets the hook and has the shield for the all-in. Now here's just awkward, you're at half HP, trying to get a lead against a ranged comp that's just gonna poke you out, and still, you're so far away from your Thresh. You should be with your Thresh. You not being with your Thresh takes so much pressure away from him. And gives them, as the range advantage, the ability to just 2v1 you. Because you're a short range ADC too, and Thresh is a short range support. If you guys are in this bush, you're using that range to your advantage, because they have to come up to it, so you're able to get the attack first. But you're giving all that pressure up. Now Thresh walks all the way up to this bush. Ideally, you'd still have relatively high HP. And the push, you still don't have the push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so you do have the push, but not a big enough push lead. Not the push lead you should have. You should have way more minions alive right now. And you should be not getting 1v2'd. You should be with your Thresh, waiting for this wave to come in so that you could crash it and pressure them and make them invest a ward. And if they invest that ward, spam ping Kha'Zix, they have no vision. This is free dive. This is like an Elise or Elise in. They'll be hitting level, I believe they hit level 3 off this camp. Boom. Come in for the bot lane dive. Forget about top side because we have this set up for you and they have no vision. That's a high elo play. They invested, we got in this bush, they put their ward in there, they have no vision. We have this cannon wave coming. We got this crash on this tower. You're at a Kha'Zix, or I don't know if Kha'Zix can pull it off, but you're an Elise, you're an Elise, you're an early game jungler that's here for that cannon dive. And they're low because we were in this bush, and when they invested their ward, we hooked them and chunked them out of lane. That's a free dive. Probably not going to work in this elo, but something to think about, and it's a mindset you should be in to create opportunities for your teammates to be in positions to carry. So in here, you really just want to crash this. You want to crash this as fast as possible. Now this is an awkward situation where they have the freeze. You didn't crash it. You didn't walk it in. You're basing. Who cares about your health? Walk it in. Eat the damage to walk it in to make sure it crashes and walk away. Eating that damage ensures it crashes, they don't get the freeze on you. Because now you're coming back to lane instead of a slow push back to you. If he was a better player, he just freezes you out of the game. You just forfeited so much. And he does kind of have a freeze here. He's dumb and pushes it back to you anyway, but you missed golden XP. So here, where are you going? So Thresh should not be looking for this. Thresh should not be looking for this into that minion wave. You ran up to ward. So that's a wasted ward. That is a waste of a ward. Absolute waste of a ward. You have this warded. And it's 3 minutes into the game. So we know Kha'Zix has to be top side. If Kha'Zix is top side, then this ward is absolutely worthless because you know where he is just by basic jungle tracking. Now let's say Kha'Zix wasn't top side and wanted to cheese you because he's bot side. This ward is still an absolute waste because it's slow pushing into you. You guys would be standing back here anyway, waiting for this to slow push into you. Right? Maybe you'd be dancing around here to pick up these minions. That's it. You're not looking for trades or anything aggressive. You're looking for these minions to come back to you to even it out over here, get the even minion wave, and build another slow push. And now, with this slow push, you can look to fight out, get that ward out there when he actually is bot side, and use your item advantage that you have because they haven't based yet to just shove them under, to slow push, give Thresh angles, give Thresh opportunities, and use your item advantage to get a kill. But you absolutely wasted this ward. And then here, right, eating the Janna Tornado, that's unfortunate, right? You're getting zoned off a bit, it's fine. It's coming to you, nothing to worry about. Then you're doing these trades. These trades are unnecessary. And yeah, you're coming out on top, but this is just... You're running into his minions. Sure, you get the kill, but Thresh dies too. And then you die too. And now he's going to crash the wave on you, and you're going to miss far more. Because you tried to force this when you already have it coming to you. There was no reason to do that. All you had to do is chill over here, pick up minions where you can, let it come into you, thin it out a bit, thin it out on this wave, and then on the next wave coming in, you would have 3 casters sitting right here, and your 3 casters sitting here to build a slow push out. This ward wouldn't be wasted. Kha'Zix actually is bot side now, and you wouldn't miss any of this. Alright, you actually luckily don't miss any of it because he pushed it too slow. But he got a kill for no reason. Kha'Zix pulled off a kill because he's being very greedy with a greedy recall. That's the reality of the situation. You and Thresh both died because you were impatient in terms of letting this come to you, thinning it out, evening it out, and slow pushing it out, getting your ward out, giving Thresh opportunities. And now here, alright. So this is a wave behind. This should maybe be here as a slow push for you to rotate up and help with this dragon. And you have your item advantage because you didn't die and Varus didn't base yet because he couldn't crash the wave with you actually physically there. Maybe you could rotate up and help this. Maybe. But here you're doing nothing. You're not pushing the wave. You're not contributing to your team, you're just last hitting here. Which is fine for the scenario, because this scenario, yeah, you probably do just want to last it here. But the reality of what should have been is that this wave was already crashed and you're rotating up to help your team. Or this wave already crashed and you're rotating up to look for an opportunity, to look for a play. Or you're just getting a plate. But you're missing gold on the map because you died by an aggressive play by not being patient and managing the wave properly. Even here, it's coming back to you, but you keep autoing it. What you want to set up is here, even it out. Once it's even over here, now you have this whole lane for Thresh to look for an opportunity. But by trying to keep it even here, or pushing it up here all the time, Thresh doesn't have opportunities, and you're already behind. You're giving them opportunities, especially opportunities for them to gank you. Again, these are just random trades in their favor because they have the minion advantage. That's a good hook. That's a follow-up. That's a kill on two. But Varus probably has a minion. Well, yep, Varus has the damage advantage. He actually trades 1-for-1 in front of your tower, where this is gonna push into you, and you're gonna miss even more. This isn't your supports playing bad. This is you not managing your waves. This is you not positioning properly. This is you in non-optimal scenarios because you're too aggressive when you don't have to be, and too passive when you need to be. You're too aggressive when you need to be passive, and too passive when you need to be aggressive. And ideal scenarios that you should be making aren't happening because you die in awkward situations. So you're not losing because your support is bad, you're losing because you're RNGing the entire laning phase. You're putting everything up to random and hoping it works out, instead of making predictable outcomes. And at this point, you're 1-2, he's 3-2, you're ahead in farm, which is hysterical because Varus should be kicking your ass in CS. But you're never in a scenario that you want to be in. Alright, so here, this right here, these 6 minions right here is what you want to create to start your slow push to give Thresh opportunities. Now you're in a winning position. The difference is he has a damage advantage already because he has kills. If you had this position every time in every game, you would just be crushing these players. Alright, you see, you created a winning position and Thresh was able to find an engage. Right? You created a winning position and Thresh was able to do his job. You enabled your support to support you. You create a winning position, you get this push going, boom, engage. You gave him an angle. All in, and you pull off. You both get the 2 kills. You get the 2 kills. This was nothing special. This was a predictable outcome. This was a winning situation, and your Thresh was able to capitalize on it. That is what you want every time. That is how you go like 13-2 on Ezreal in a losing game and carry it. Right? If you made a situation like that, you could have made it 2 or 3 times by now in this game. Because we're 9 minutes in, you probably could have made a winning situation like that 3 times already. And having made a winning situation like that 3 times already, might have been 3 kills for you, no kills for him. Because, look, like I said, 3 times, 3 kills. Because you put yourself in losing situations, and he has 3 kills off it. Whereas you would have 3 kills, and he would have no kills. If you put yourself in the winning situation. But again, that's 10 minutes in, so I'll stop it there.